Question number 2, Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his statement made 5 years ago that, quotes, looking 4, 5, 10 years into the future, I'd hate to see New Zealanders as tenants in their own country, end quotes?
Mr Speaker.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Yes, while the government welcomes investment that creates jobs and growth in New Zealand, we don't want to see excessive rural land sold to overseas buyers. That's why we added additional factors to the IOO consent process, which tightened up on rural land sales by, firstly, 1, increasing New Zealand participation, 2, protecting New Zealand's economic interests, and 3, limiting vertical integration. As a consequence of the government's approach, the net amount of rural land approved for sale to foreign buyers is half as much as it was under Labor.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Is he aware that his government has approved the sale of 270,000 hectares of non-residential land, or 140 hectares a day, since he said he didn't want New Zealanders to be tenants in their own land, which is a faster rate than before he made that statement?
That's right.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I'm certainly aware that there's a process that parties have to go through. As I said in answer to my primary question, if one looks at the net approval of land approved for sale to foreign buyers, it's half the previous Labor government.
Entry.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
In light of that answer, can he confirm that the Labor Party hasn't been in government and there has been a different Prime Minister for the last 7 years? And just when will he start taking responsibility for his own actions?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, mercifully for the country, I can confirm both those things. And secondly, Mr Speaker, I can certainly confirm that we do have policies when it comes to overseas buyers being able to buy property in New Zealand, but one of them is not whether their surname is Ching or Zing or other Chinese names.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Has his government's decision to approve the sale of 270,000 hectares, 5 times the size of urban Auckland, made more New Zealanders tenants in their own land? Right. Yes or no?
That's right.
Mr Speaker,
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, no. What it has done is either created jobs or opportunities, or saved jobs, or opened up international markets, all the very reason why Labor approved it twice the rate of National.
That's right. Fess up.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
What specific evidence does he have that these land sales have created jobs, in light of the fact that the Overseas Investment Commission or Office has failed to collect any evidence of job creation?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, many of the applications give an indication of jobs, so I think it's plain for anyone to see, actually, if they wanted to go along to the farms previously owned by Mr Crafer and have a look and see whether Shanghai Pengjing has actually created additional jobs. The answer is yes. It's also true, Mr Speaker, that when Yili and Sheely have been created their dairy plants in New Zealand on rural land, that too has been creating jobs. Mr Speaker, this is an open, vibrant, successful economy, not something that's closed to the world as the Labor Party would want.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Isn't it true that no matter where these offshore land buyers come from, he is selling out New Zealanders by selling off our land?
Yeah, that's right.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, here's a suggestion. If he really believes that, he should look to his left at David Parker, who signed off on the largest in the history of New Zealand from what I can see, and say, you're fired. But then again, he can't actually do that because he has sacked him already. And by the way, be careful, because to your left and right behind you are your deputies coming after your job.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little. Order. Order. I've called Andrew Little for a supplementary question.
When will he stand up for New Zealanders' rights not to be tenants in their own land?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Every single day I've been Prime Minister, I've stood up for New Zealand. And Mr Speaker, if the member wants me to give 8, if the member wants me to give 8 times that I've stood up for New Zealanders, I'm happy to recite them. But then again, I'm no number 8, and neither is Andrew Little compared to Karen Reid.
Order. 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 Can I remind members that I'm on my feet? Thank you. Question number 3.